Hey everybody, I am Erica Carlson from BRIX Real Estate, and I want to bring you the Wright County market update for this past week. And I have some interesting data to share with you. Give me just 1 second to pull this up. We want to start with my favorite data here in just a moment, but before I get to that, I want to share with you that I can offer you a market report if you're interested, whether you're a home shopper or a home seller, or even frankly, just a homeowner. You may find this information really interesting. It is for your particular neighborhood. Active, sold, pendings, days on market, pictures, everything you're looking for. Such a nice way to keep track of what's happening in your neighborhood without always having to go to some online portal to look up the information. And we can set it up every 2 weeks, every year, whatever amount of time you want. So just take a look at the link and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about to see if it interests you. So I forgot about that screen. So jumping to the data that I love the most is if you let your eyes fall on that April 19th, and of course we have the past 2 weeks before that, we have a really interesting jump in shopping happening this week. So this first column, and I don't know if I can't see my mouse, so I guess I'll stop using it. That first column below shows you that we went from about 3, maybe 2 showings a week on a house in Wright County. Again, it's the 250 to 500K range. We jumped all the way up to like 4 to 5. So I think what happened is the weather was fantastic. We were past that Easter holiday. People started thinking about making the move for the spring. And so we just had a lovely jump in showing activity, which I'm sure anybody selling a house definitely felt. And then we also saw it, of course, in Hennepin, because I've been thinking, well, it's interesting for Wright, but a lot of us don't just shop by county. Some of us do. So you can also see in Hennepin County, they jump from 10 to 11 showings a week. And I don't have this on the picture, but interestingly enough, the showing activity that was the highest was closest to 500,000. So it's kind of a misnomer that the lower the price, the more showing activity. That's what we would predict. You would just think there would be more home shoppers closer to 250 than 500. And of course there are, but a lot of times these houses in that 250 range, and I mean houses, not townhouses or condos, can be in very rough shape. And so I think that's a part of why we don't see as much showing activity, is people can see in the pictures that they require a lot of work. And if you're not an investor and you're not looking to fix up a house, there's a potential that you would actually stay away from a lower price home. Going to days on market, that's how many days does it take on average to sell. We're still at 37. We'll be at 37 all April. Remember that data is 1 month behind. Same with the median. It's not going to change. So if you were going to put your house on the market in May, anytime I should say, the data is always 1 month behind. And so hopefully your real estate agent can give you a better idea of what they think it would sell in based on the market activity. So for example, this past week being a lot busier, you would think houses would sell faster because there's just more people out there shopping for them than there was before. All right, letting your eyes fall down that bold last column, April 19th, you can see we had a nice jump in terms of more houses came on the market. We were predicting this. We assumed as the snow went away, we would have more people that would want to list their house. And that seems to be true. Of course, you can see in my parentheses that only 417 of them are actually for sale because they don't have contingencies on them. The map is all of your coming soon and active properties. You can see that houses tend to fall around street sections. So you can see over in St. Michael, lots of new construction. There's these pockets because this data is everything that's for sale. I don't think it includes land and lot. I'm talking about physical property. Next section, the TNAS, don't want to spend too much time on that. These are houses that the seller has decided they want to continue to list it, but they do not want showings. And so we did see a jump in the show or that activity. Some agents use it to just pause things. Maybe they're in the middle of negotiations. Maybe the seller needs to do a quick repair, but doesn't want to take their house off the market. So they just take a pause by doing the TNAS, and then they'll flip it over. But I never assume those houses are coming back on the market. It's all just the circumstances. And your real estate agent can ask about those. And so if you are seeing one that has that status, you can ask questions of the listing agent and see if it's going to come back available. Are they doing a repair? is it just no longer for sale? Of course, pendings jumped to 288 over 267 last week. So that's a nice, healthy jump. And then closings went down a little. Not a lot to read into that. Houses come, houses go. We're just looking for overall trends. And the big thing this week is that we had a nice little jump in inventory. However, I will say if you are out there shopping in Wright County, I don't think you're going to feel the effects. I don't think it's going to change much for you. I don't think you would even notice had I not shared this data with you. It wouldn't feel significant in any sort of way to you. So again, this is data that isn't going to change from month to month. We are at a 2-month absorption rate. Just to keep it simple this week, it's a seller's market. It's not nearly the seller's market it was a year ago. We've been saying that for a while. It just isn't, it's just not the same. It's not 2022. It is not moving the same. The interest rates came up a little bit, and it definitely impacted people's willingness to make a move and a willingness to put their house on the market. So we definitely saw some changes there. All right. I appreciate you making it to the end with me. If there's anything I can do to help you, give me a ring, click the link. You can get my contact information, whether it's buying or selling. I'm absolutely here for you and would love to hear from you. I hope you have a great day.